and welcome. I'm David Gill. In a speech in 1990, Nelson Mandela said, "Sport has the power to change the world, it has the power to inspire, and it has the power to unite people in a way that little else does." This is a video about community sports clubs. It was written at the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, yet I hope many of the messages contained within it are timeless. It might help some sports clubs to think about becoming more sustainable, more vibrant, and more visible in their local community. It's based around my own 10 key themes to help sports clubs, and here they are. Thank you very much indeed for watching. There are loads of fantastic community sports clubs everywhere, and they come in all shapes and sizes, and they all provide great sports opportunities. Being positive, try to regard a seismic event also as an opportunity. Sports clubs rarely get a better chance to reflect, take stock, and carry out their own club health check, and with it the opportunity to assess their sporting offer and their role in the community. Your members may of course just want you to carry on providing exactly the same pure sports services, because that is the core activity and what they love about the club. The journey might be about the balance of sport for sport's sake or sport for social good in the community. There are some incredibly ambitious and well-run, even trailblazing clubs around, and this video may naturally be of more interest to some clubs rather than others. So, what might a healthy and vibrant club look like? Irrespective of the sport played, healthy clubs value their members, sponsors, and supporters. Financially, they're a sustainable club, and they also know their priorities by having welfare and environmental policies in place to cover all the bases. A healthy and vibrant club is often only as good as the volunteers that sustain it, and they often have good playing, coaching, sports progression, and high performance opportunities for all ages and abilities. After a lifetime of working in professional and voluntary sport, these are my own 10 key themes for improving and developing community sports clubs. Your club is incredibly important in your community, and remember, no one has what your club has: the people, the memories, the achievements, and your identity and history. Your sports club just being there enhances the quality of life in your local community. Besides your standard sporting offer, does your club have a USP, a unique selling point? If not, why not develop one or more to support your local community or the development of your sport and stand out from the crowd? How much unique club branding do you offer? For example, club merchandise, honours boards, and photos of special milestones, achievements, and players, all proudly on display. First impressions when sounding out a club are important, of course, but the quality of every visit matters. Good and transparent governance may not sound too exciting, but it is the very bedrock of your club. Seismic events can often prompt an opportunity to think about and review your club's purpose. Genuinely ask yourselves, why are we here? As well as helping to appreciate your role in your local community. Your club should periodically conduct an audit of your club's structures, procedures, policies, risks and insurance cover to meet your needs and to check that they are still fit for purpose. Governance is really concerned with managing a club in the best manner, so aim to go out of your way to secure positive people and the right balance of skills and diversity on your committee. Be adequately insured and secure membership of the governing body of your sport, as well as any other relevant organisations. A vital step in ensuring that you have a sustainable, healthy sports club is to produce a well thought out, forward-thinking plan, for example, a club development plan or even a business or marketing plan. Ideally, your plan is shaped, shared and owned by the whole club. Try to give everyone ownership of the plan. After all, it is everyone's club. The world is constantly changing, as the impact of the coronavirus period highlighted, and demographic, social and economic factors will inevitably be dynamic, so every club and sport needs to remain flexible to our changing lifestyles. Drawing up and self-analysing your own SWOT chart, that's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats, can be an extremely useful aid in producing a short, medium or even long-term plan. Producing such a plan is a healthy activity, and it's vital in identifying the priorities in your club. Some clubs, particularly smaller ones, might balk at the mere suggestion of doing plans, but even a very limited version can help to ensure the club's sustainability. Building a buzz in any club takes time and effort. Many clubs already have this magical ingredient, often without even realising it. The buzz is about opportunity, anticipation, excitement, and making things happen. Lots of them. Together they cause a stir, create talking points, and the club becomes a magnet and draws more people in. Things can be just about anything that gives added value to the club experience, such as your members or teams performing well, having great coaches, the wonderful people in the club, the social events or live music or entertainment or quizzes, or family days or come and try it days. buzz is more effective when the club is fully inclusive and the environment is welcoming and user-friendly for players, their families, their friends, sponsors, supporters and visitors. The simple philosophy in any club is that the more you put in, the more you'll get out. It's quite valid to recognise that some people become technologically switched on at a later stage in life, and some grow up with it. Naturally, the coronavirus period itself demonstrated a rapid and new technological ingenuity. The latest technology can enhance your club's performance and management in many areas, including helping to carry out market research, surveys, memberships, fees and payments, accounts, administration, newsletters and other communication, coaching, meetings, reporting, and more. Communication is key. Effective and regular communication through the most worthwhile social media with your players and members is vital, as is gaining insight into their levels of satisfaction with various aspects of your club. Similarly, acquiring new members, as well as keeping your existing ones of course, is a key challenge for most clubs, and social media can assist enormously, especially through the contacts and networks of your own members and supporters, who are well placed to help sell your club. Be alert to changes in the marketplace. For example, the electronic and virtual forms of sport, e-sport, is a rapidly growing market. Being financially secure is key to being a sustainable and healthy sports club. A club should periodically carry out a financial health check. Before the coronavirus period, or anything similar, a club's cash flow and budgeting process had far more certainty, but the treasurer's role will be a more challenging activity in a changing world. In its simplest form, effective financial management is about ensuring that expenditure does not exceed income, but it is vital that a planned and structured approach is taken to finances. For example, can you share resources, and do you regularly review what you spend to get value for money? And does your club fund itself from a wide range of sources, or do you simply rely on membership fees? Have you considered, if you have them, hiring out your playing, clubhouse or car park facilities? The contribution of goodwill towards your club's services or improvements cannot be understated, and your club sponsors, supporters or loyal members might like to put something back into their club as a gesture of support and goodwill. Your members are the reason your club exists, yet the club volunteers are genuinely the lifeblood of community sport. Clubs need to constantly encourage and thank their sports volunteers, and they need to regularly think about succession planning by carefully selecting, nurturing and encouraging the best fits. Just like any job, volunteers should have clearly defined responsibilities, roles and training. A qualification for some roles, such as coaching, will be required, so actively support those who need training. Many clubs would reasonably argue that they don't have enough volunteers, but if you don't ask or gently persuade, you don't get. The case for needing volunteers is quite powerful. Without them, the club simply doesn't exist. Welfare refers to ensuring the health, safety and well-being of your members and visitors at all times. After a pandemic event, or any other major health and safety incident. Ensure that you monitor and follow the guidelines issued by public health, the health and safety lead bodies, or the governing body of your sport. For the safeguarding of all users and to cover yourselves, make sure that the club has policies and risk assessments that cover all the bases and that they're regularly reviewed. Have a plan to maintain and continuously improve the quality of your facilities and your member and visitor experiences. Looking externally, can your club actively work with local GPs and health and public bodies to encourage them to recommend or refer those with isolation or physical or mental health needs to you? A significant number of community sports clubs operate within their own bubble. Any club can also derive a huge amount of knowledge and inspiration from websites, the governing bodies of sport, or even other countries' models. Any of them might generate great ideas or food for thought. There will be skilled people in your club who would willingly offer a helping hand in a variety of different ways to support their club. They are your most loyal supporters and advocates. For example, Barcelona FC have the motto, "More than a club," as they want the Catalonia citizens to feel they're all part of something which is more than just a football club. Clubs and schools need to nurture children and young people to develop sport and physical activity as a habit for life. After all, they are the sporting future. saying goes, try and leave the world in a better place than you found it. How would you like your legacy to look, or does it not really matter to you? Have you had a brainwave, seized an opportunity, or devised a service that's relevant and original in your community or in your sport? Whereas pure sport may always be a club's rationale and core activity, the future of community sports clubs is likely in the future to evolve simply because society recognises that sport can play a much wider role for the social good of a community, as well as the promotion of active lifestyles in an era when the progress of technology means that many more people lead more sedentary lives. In all honesty, everyone, everywhere who helps to run and support a community sports club is a local hero, and the work that everyone does is extremely important to maintain sports and enhance the quality of life for their local residents. People often take what you do for granted, but the ability to take part in community sport in a managed club setting is quite precious.